Welcome back to the channel, foodies. It's that time again. It's Super Bowl weekend, and we got a recipe today that's going to get you ready for the game. Today we're making our spicy Super Bowl chili. As you can see, it's not a lot of ingredients. It's simple, easy, and speaking of ingredients, we'll have the ingredients in the description box below. Before we get into it, as always, hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, hit that notification bell, drop a comment, let us know what you think. Now that we're done with that, let's go learn you something. Alright, first we're going to start by dicing our onion. And for those of you out there that aren't the best at cutting onions, I feel your pain. I'm right there with you. I can't tell you how many videos I watched on not only cutting onions, but garlic, carrots, parsley, you name it. I watched it. Just trying to quote unquote perfect my technique. Because you know, when you watch the professionals, they make it look so easy, but it's not easy. But you continue to work at it. All right, and that was my little 2 cents about cutting onions and things. All right, so we're gonna cut 1 whole onion and 2 cloves of garlic. And it's the same with the garlic. You just wanna dice them up into small pieces. Next, we're gonna get about a tablespoon of butter, and so we can get to sauteing the onion and the garlic. And you just want to coat your pot before you add the onions. Now that we got our pot coated, we're gonna add our onions. Once you add your onions, you just want to saute them until they're golden brown. And you'll know that they're ready when they look a little something like this. Now we can add our garlic. Now once you add your garlic, you can go ahead and saute it, but keep an eye on it because the garlic cooks fast. Once your onion and garlic are brown and ready to go, it's time to add your meat. And for this recipe, we use 2 pounds of ground turkey and 1 pound of ground beef, but you can mix and match whatever way you want to. You can use all turkey or all ground beef. It's all up to you. Once you have your meat added, you can use this. Somebody please comment down below because I don't know the official name of this thing. I just call it like a meat grinder, meat separator or something like that. So I would really love to know the official name of it. So whatever the name of this thing, you're going to use it to separate your meat. And if you don't have one of those, that's fine. A lot of people use like wooden spoons. Just use whatever you have. And what that does, that separates the meat and make it easier to cook. Now that it's separated and broken down, now you can come at it with a regular spatula. Then you just mix it around so it can start browning. Now that it's browned a little bit, let's start adding our seasoning to it. All right, we're gonna start the seasoning off by adding our fajita seasoning. We got about a tablespoon of that. And then we're gonna add some paprika, about another tablespoon of that. On second thought, we're gonna get about 2 tablespoons of that. And guys, I gotta say this, the seasonings are to your taste, to your liking. If you feel like you need more than that, then put more. Or if you don't like a lot of seasoning, don't put as much. It's your call on how you want it to taste. Now we're gonna come with about 2 tablespoons of chili powder. Then we're gonna come with about a tablespoon of ground cumin. Next up, about a tablespoon of onion powder. Then we come right behind it with about a tablespoon and a half of garlic powder. Then we add about a dash of Abodo all-purpose seasoning. Then we're gonna come with chicken bouillon seasoning. Now we're using chicken bouillon seasoning because we went to the store to get beef bouillon, and man, when I tell you we couldn't find any, so we had to use the chicken seasoning. Then we hit it with a pack of saizon. Last but not least, and you know if you've been watching our videos, what's coming next? It's that cayenne. I mean, it is spicy chili. Now once you add all your seasoning, you just want to kind of give it a good mix around so all the flavors can start coming together. Now some of y'all might be saying, what's up with the handle on that pot? This pot is old faithful. We've been having this pot maybe about 20 years. We can't remember which one of our moms gave it to us, but it's been in the family a long time. So after that, we came back with the little mixed meat grinder thingy to grind up the meat a little bit more. All right, now that we got the meat chopped down a little bit more, let's go and add our wet ingredients. We're gonna start by adding our 2 28 cans of crushed tomatoes. Then we're coming right behind it with our 14.5 ounce of diced tomatoes. And we're just gonna give that a quick mix around just to get those flavors going. And then we're gonna add our 6 ounces of tomato paste. Now, we doubled this recipe, so we used a lot more than what it originally called for. But depending on your party or your group, you can use this recipe right here, or you can just take it down a notch and use probably half of it. All right, now we got our tomato paste in there. We're just gonna do a little bit more stirring. And next we're gonna come back with it with a little bit more seasoning of everything that we mentioned earlier, the garlic powder, the cayenne, everything. Because remember, we said you're seasoning it to taste. So we have to add a little bit more of everything that we used earlier, especially after you add the tomatoes. And so after the second round of seasoning, we tasted it and we figured we need to add a little bit more. So we added a little bit more and you just stir it around. Now some of y'all might be wondering, where are the beans? I'm not a real big fan of beans, but of course you can add beans. You know, I've seen people add so many things to chili. I've seen people add cocoa powder, which I'm like, okay, cocoa powder. But apparently a lot of people like it. I've seen people add bacon, so people add a lot of things. But we make another one, I promise you guys, beans will be in that one. And maybe cocoa powder or something, I don't know. Once we add this last round of seasoning, you're just gonna mix it all around. And after you mix it around, it's gonna look like this. And once it looks like this, you're just gonna cover it. Well, you really don't have to cover it. You're just gonna let it simmer. You're gonna let it simmer for about 45 minutes. Oh, I forgot to mention, turn it on low heat and let it simmer for 45 minutes. And there it is, guys, spicy Super Bowl chili. Now we topped it off with a little bit of cheese, sour cream, and green onion. Get you some Fritos and you're set for game day. That'll do it for this one, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, give it a thumbs up, drop a comment, let us know what you think about this. We'll see y'all on the next one when we learn you another recipe. Good day.